The big news from the governor today was that he's extending the stay-at-home order until the end of this month. CBS 2's Scott Logan takes a closer look at what else is changing.
Governor Little wants Idahoans to keep doing what they've been doing. Practice social distancing, wear face masks in public, and avoid gatherings until April 30th. That's when the state will begin the unprecedented task of reopening from the pandemic. Governor Little also announced an effort to restart the state's economy.
I've witnessed Idahoans stepping up and making hard decisions and personal sacrifices to entirely change how they work, live, and parent.
Speaking at a remote virtual press conference, the governor said formerly non-essential businesses now can open for curbside service provided they follow social distancing guidelines.
The statewide order is working. Your efforts are working. We can only imagine how many more cases and deaths we would have today if we hadn't sacrificed together to slow the spread.
After April 30th, the governor will provide more guidance regarding how non-essential businesses are to proceed and what plans need to be in place. But he said businesses such as dine-in restaurants, bars, entertainment venues, and other gatherings will remain closed for the foreseeable future, even after April 30th. Governor Little said he's also now requiring a 2-week self-quarantine for non-essential travelers entering into Idaho. The governor said he's aware some have questioned his stay-at-home order, but Little said it's his job to protect the people of Idaho.
We are truly seeing a flattening of the curve.
Perhaps you can use some of your stimulus money to, I don't know, pay for a takeout meal or something else maybe that you've got planned for that cash that is already starting to show up in some bank accounts. CBS 2's Brian Moran has been asking around, and here's what some of our neighbors will be doing with their money.
How will you spend your stimulus money? For Joe Gillis of Boise, the answer is on other people.
If and when I get it, I decided to use $200 of that to give to the food bank. And my challenge is to anybody else that really don't need the stimulus check or can afford to part ways with a part of it, to give it to a local charity, homeless shelter, or a women's shelter, to do the same.
Over in Nampa, Cassandra Dunbar has other plans. She has children, and one of them has physical challenges.
Okay, so we have a disabled baby. He has cerebral palsy, epilepsy. He's blind in one eye, and he's got some respiratory issues. He was born early, emergency C-section.
For Cassandra, her top priority is spending her money on spending quality time with her family.
Well, we are going to get bikes, and we're going to get one of those little bike carriages for the little ones and do some family biking. Get out of the house. We've been doing lots of walks, but we definitely want bikes.
Brian Moran, CBS 2 News.
Barber shops may be closed across the valley, but there is a place where your pet can get a trim again. It's called Dapper Dog Grooming, and CBS 2's Trevor Fay spoke with the owner about their grand reopening.
Following Governor Brad Little's extended stay-home order, some non-essential businesses in Idaho are allowed to reopen. Dapper Dog Grooming is owned and operated by Doris Snyder, a 50-year veteran of the dog grooming arts. Lockdown hasn't been easy for her, so getting a chance to reopen her business is a big deal.
I'm behind on payments and rent and everything, so it's going to mean a lot. It's just been a tough couple weeks.
And it's not just herself that Doris has to worry about. She has 3 employees that are also struggling through this uncertain time. That's why new customers are so important for her and her staff.
I just hope it goes smooth and people got money to get their dogs groomed, because I don't know how it's going to go, because a lot of people are out of work.
Now, Dapper Dog Grooming doesn't officially reopen until Saturday. So if you're looking to show off your pet's new haircut here on the Greenbelt, you may have to wait until the weekend. Luckily for Doris, she's made a few friends in her half-century on the job. She'll be relying on them to keep her business going in the coming weeks. And she's confident they'll have her back.
I have a lot of regulars. It's been coming for years and years, so They'll be there.
The governor's stay-home order has been extended through April 30th, which means life won't completely return to normal for Doris and her crew for some time. But she says this is a good start. In Boise, Trevor Fay, CBS 2 News.
On special occasions, we do get a team to actually come up to Boise State and play against us on stage because we are lucky enough to have our own battle arena for our matches to take place at.
Most sporting events have been put on hold until the coronavirus pandemic is over. But what about sports that can be played remotely? CBS 2's Trevor Fay catches up with a Boise State student athlete and learns how she and her team are carrying on.
Up until the outbreak of COVID-19 in Idaho, the Boise State eSports team played their matches here at Venture College. But until this pandemic is over, they're going to have to go about things a little differently. Esports are a relatively new phenomenon. It's essentially competitive video gaming, and it's taken off around the world, even here at BSU. The Broncos have an official team, and one of its players, Madison Benj, is adjusting to the new realities of the sport.
Honestly, it kind of felt like we were reverting back to the days before we had a full-fledged program because I remember my days on the club team playing from my bedroom.
The team is still practicing with one another remotely, usually 3 times a week. There are even still games every Friday, but they don't meet face-to-face with other teams as they used to.
About right after spring break, we started noticing that things were starting to shut down and we were going to have to be prepared to make a huge adjustment.
Now, admittedly, this may not look like athletic equipment to some, but to Madison, her teammates, and many more, it's just as important as a hockey stick or a baseball bat.
The one lucky thing about esports is that we do play this individually at home. Our skills were kind of, built at home on our own to begin with. So we have that ability to continue to hone our skills, continue to practice.
As for when the team will go back to in-person practices and games,
not a clue, unfortunately. It's kind of everyone's just playing it by ear, wanting to make sure that everyone stays as safe and healthy as we can keep them.
Madison doesn't mind playing from home, although she says the transition was difficult because of communication issues between teammates. Most of them, like her, have gone back to their home states until schools and universities resume in-person classes.